All right. This is probably better to adjust it like right. Oh, technical difficulties. Oh, 1 second, 1 second. You guys are gonna take a trip with me. I just gotta get you guys. This thing is broken. Is that? No, that's not. Okay. Okay. Hold on. All right. We're gonna get it situated. That still sucks, but whatever. All right. So it's Valentine's Day. This truck is loud as shit. But it just feels weird. I'm gonna take it off and I'm just holding it. I'm just holding it. And let me get into the topic at hand. Because this story it's a onion. It has multiple layers and it affects the sneaker community. Not big, not big time, but to a minor level. So the story, while looking at it, it is a store in Colorado called Primetime Sports. They had been around for 20 years, and the guy, he's now shutting the store down. Now, the reason he's shutting the store down is quite hilarious, in my opinion. The reason he's shutting the store down is because he refused to stock Nike in the store due to Colin Kaepernick getting endorsed by Nike. Now, let's step back for 1 second at that. Imagine you're not even a sneaker boutique or a major chain. You're just a startup mom and pop shop, and you, for some reason, you will not sell Nike in your store. Just offhand, not even being a business person, you know that Nike smooths a lot of merchandise and keeps a lot of people in business. But we pass that. The reason he didn't want Nike in his store is because they endorsed Colin Kaepernick. Folks, I know it's been said before, but I'm going to say it again. Why don't you like Colin Kaepernick? Like, if you're so stupid that you believe that he's actually disrespecting the flag, there's no hope for you. He said it time and time again. Army Green Beret said it, and that's the guy who helped him come up with the that protest way. It's to protest police brutality and corrupt justice, the corrupt justice system. Either you're in favor of just police just beating the hell out of minorities, and you just don't give a damn. You just don't care. Hey, they're black, they're Mexican, I don't care. Or you don't care that police, sometimes, not all police, are corrupt. And you're like, hey, they're not corrupt to me. They're not corrupt to me. They don't stash drugs on me. They don't cheat the system on me. So it's no in between. There's no like, oh, he's disrespecting the flag. It's been said much times that he's not disrespecting the flag. But major seller out of Asian Nike, and I would really want to see what his lineup was. Like, once you take Nike out of there, for obviously you're taking the Jordans, the Nikes, the 270s, so forth and so on. I mean, did he have Yeezys? Like, what was his stock? What was it? And it just goes to show you this whole Trump thing, because obviously this guy is a Trump supporter. How far are people going to go before they ruin themselves. Like, what's too far? Like, this Trump indoctrination has led people to bankruptcy and losing their job and everything like that. And I'm just wondering, what's too far? This guy has thrown his entire business down the drain for nothing. For nothing. And even if he's just appointed the president or whatever, he looks racist. Even if he's not racist, he looks racist. I mean, how can you not look racist when you're going up against you're doing direct confrontation to police brutality against minorities and corrupt justice? It just makes no sense that this guy thought he could run his business and keep it open with Nike, knowing that Nike, like I said, moves a lot of product. It's just mind blowing to me. And then he has the nerve to say, "Well, I didn't know Colin Kaepernick had that many followers." No. I doubt where you live in Colorado that Colin Kaepernick probably had a huge following. It's just that Nike makes, and I'm granted I'm not that big on Nike. Their Jordan and stuff, they don't really most time have high quality, but people know Nike. And if you don't have Nike, what good is your store? When you are a sneaker not boutique, but sneaker, just sporting goods store, you have to have variety. And I don't know, man. It's just an interesting story to me that somebody would jeopardize their livelihood just to please Trump, a guy that went bankrupt 7 times, is a massive liar, corrupt, so forth, so on. And he actually thought that business plan would work. I'm at a loss for words. I truly am. And even if let's just say, even if you hated Colin Kaepernick and you did the same thing this guy did, why would you take Nike out? You could just donate to Republicans or whatever. That's the stupidest thing you could do. I'm kind of rambling on because it boggles the mind that this guy who had been in business for that many years, and I'm sure 20 years, there were some things like it probably came up that he didn't like, but he still sold those products. But now that Trump's in office, hey, I got to do what our fearless leader says. Mein Kampf, hail Trump. And now look at this guy. He probably might be doing well. I mean, 20 years of business, you should have some money saved up. But if he doesn't, you've lost your livelihood just to please Trump. And he doesn't give a damn about you. Believe that. Yeah. And I also another thing they probably, reason they went out of business, it probably really wasn't the cabinet. It was the cabinet stuff, but also another thing that went into it was they didn't even have a website. How can you be in the 2018, the year of 2018, 19, whatever? And the reason I say 18 is because in 18 it's probably that's when Kaepernick got his deal, or the deal was revealed to the public. They still don't have a website. How can you be a sneaker, a brand, a person, or clothing line, sorry, a sporting goods store that sells sneakers, and you don't have a website? That's just death by itself. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm just kind of rambling. I just had to bring that story to your attention. That's just, I just can't believe this guy. I can't. I wish I want to meet him just to see the stupidity in his face. But if he does something like this just for Trump, he'll do anything for Trump. So I don't feel any sympathy for this guy because he should know better. You've been running a sporting goods store for 20 years, and because Colin Kaepernick is protesting police brutality against minorities and people in general, not just minorities, and corrupt policing and the justice system. Oh, I gotta take a stand. I gotta take Nike out of the store. How dare Nike stand up or make a stance against those things. I'm for those things. I'm for police brutality, and I'm for corruption. I'm that kind of guy. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, man. We'll say link in the description, but god damn it, you have the internet. You can do this thing yourself. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here.